I remember many years ago reading this passage and hearing Abraham say that if somebody rose from the dead and went to their family and told them to change their life and prepare for death, that for sure they would change. Somebody from the dead, rising from the dead. Didn't that happen to Scrooge? Didn't Scrooge change his life? Seeing somebody from the dead? And he says, if they won't listen to Moses and the prophets, they won't be persuaded, even if somebody should rise from the dead. Even, because somebody rises from the dead, tells you to change your life, and then they disappear and they're gone, you never see them again. You think, oh, it's a mirage. Or maybe it was real, but it's not real anymore. I'm back to my usual way of life. And then they go back and do the same things they used to do. So that's true. I mean, no matter fantastic things might happen to us, but if we don't choose to change our life, we don't purposely arrange our life, none of that's going to change us. We have to choose to change our life and work on it every day. Work on it day in and day out. It takes work, not some fantastic thing to happen to me, some explosion, some person to slap me in the face and get me and keep doing it. I have to choose. I have to choose to change my life on a daily basis. But you have this rich man, and Jesus is saying this to the Pharisees who are rich and who count on their wealth and who think that their wealth proves that their life is good and they're going to heaven and that they're all set, that they're important and special and that they deserve everything they get, all these sumptuous meals and wealth and luxury around me. This is what I deserve because I'm special, because I'm a Pharisee. Jesus says this to the Pharisees. When you die, you might end up like this man Dives, who is in hell or in purgatory, wherever he is. Seems like some say he's in hell, some say he might be in purgatory. If he's in purgatory, he's saying, Father Abraham, and I'm concerned about my 5 brothers. I don't want them to come here. Would anybody in hell be concerned about their 5 brothers? No. Maybe he's in purgatory. He didn't actually go out and torture Lazarus. He just didn't pay attention to him. He didn't care about him. So maybe that's enough to send you to hell. Or maybe you're in purgatory for it. I wouldn't take the chance. So, we put ourselves into this situation. Out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. That's the way it is. And a lot of people just live by what we see, what's in front of us, and instead of caring about the people that we don't see, people in Africa, the people in China, the people in the Muslims, the Protestants who don't have the Catholic faith. We have our little clique, we have our little family, we have the things in front of us, the work that I go to every day, the path that I keep following. Is this everything to my life, your life? Is that everything in the world? No, there's a whole lot of other things. There's a whole lot of other people who have it much worse than you do. They have it much worse than you do. We are in America. We think that this is everything. This is the best place in the world, the best country in the world as far as luxury and having conveniences and having food on the table and having comforts and everything. And we think that we deserve it. We were born in America. Do I deserve it? Do you? Do we deserve it? We don't. But we have it, and so what are we going to do with it? We need to share it, to think about other people, to think about those poor, even in America, but even outside of America. One of our MIM members just went to Africa. There's videos of him going there with his son, I guess, and trying to store up to collect money for the African missions. And we have the African missions we can think about, as well as other charities we can give to people in Africa, people in everywhere. Think of Venezuela, one of the most richest countries that used to be rich, is now one of the poorest countries because of bad government. What can we do there? There is humanitarian aid going there. That could be things. So many things, find a good cause. Religious orders that are doing help in missions, probably the safest thing to contribute to, but other things, I'm sure you can find many things. We have to think of those things, but we have to think of the souls in purgatory we don't see, that we should be praying for every day. We need to pray for our relatives we don't see, people in the hospitals or sick beds and prisons, people we don't see. We have to be mindful of them. But, we have to care for the poor, the hungry, the needy. We have to visit them. We have to feed the hungry and clothe the naked. Otherwise, we may not get to heaven. Isn't that what Jesus said? We need to do these things. But maybe you won't even see them, because they're not on your path. They're not on the things that you do every day. They're not the people that you meet. So we have to, we have to go and look for the Lazarus. We have to think about them. We have to think about others. We have to pray for others. If we pray for others, we're going to think about others, and then we're going to very likely do something to help them. We have to reach out. We do have to get out of our comfort zone and get out of our house and clique and things that we do. And we have to, think symbolically of that MIM member that went to Africa recently and did a fundraiser for the African missions and went there physically. We need to go out and think of our neighbor and pray for them and do what we can do. Always thinking outside of ourselves. Otherwise, we may end up where Dives is, where this rich man is, in torment. The first will be last. Those who don't care about other people will be the last. They will be the ones in torment. That can be me and you in some way, if we don't think about others. And that's what charity is. Charity is thoughtfulness. First of all, not throwing money at things or in the collection boxes. It's thinking about others and then doing whatever you can do to help others. It's a lot of thoughtfulness and thinking of others before yourself. Thinking before ourselves, a lot of thoughtfulness, and from that comes a lot of charity, physical, works of charity. Thoughtfulness means prayerfulness. We think about our neighbor, and then we will pray to God for them. We will pray to God for all the needs of the world, and there are many, many needs. If we all do that, the world is going to be a whole lot better, a whole lot less poor and suffering, if we all do this. And we are the most charitable country, the people in America, the most generous, charitable, but we can be a lot more generous, and so we take that inspiration from the gospel today.
Fructum ventris tui,